Let's go! Big time win for Michigan State as they defeat number 10 Illinois 88-80 in the Breslin Center. Did you really think Tom Izzo was not going to have his team ready? As we said, a must-win game, backs against the wall. Kind of need this win. There's only two quad one opportunities left on the schedule, this being one of them. Reunion weekend, all the former players back, Mateen Cleaves, Steve Smith, sitting right next to the bench. You really think Tom Izzo was losing this game? If you did, I'd really like to know your thought process, but Michigan State picks up a huge quad one win in a tight game the whole game. At half, Michigan State was up by 3. In the second half, was able to outscore them by 5. That gives you the 88-80 score. This was a game at times where it looked like Illinois was possibly pulling away. Terrence Shannon had an incredible game, even though he should probably be locked up in a federal prison somewhere, as you had heard the Izzone chanting throughout the game. He went off his best game since returning, 28 points, 7 rebounds. 12 for 13 from the free throw line is the big stat there, though. Illinois does a great job getting to the free throw line, and he exemplifies that perfectly. Holding him 2 for 9 from 3 was huge, and also holding Coleman Hawkins to 2 for 7 from 3 as well. Big key sticking points there. And also, as we talked about last time out, when Illinois and Michigan State did match up, they had 3 guys over 15 points and 5 guys in double figures overall. This time, you only had Shannon, Domask, and Hawkins in double figures. That was big. Now you flip it over to Michigan State. The seniors stepped up. The seniors got called out by Tom Izzo after the Minnesota loss on Tuesday, and they responded. Specifically, AJ Hoggard logging 35 minutes, going for 12 for 13 from the free throw line. You heard that right. 12 for 13 from the free throw line. 23 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 huge steals. Also, Malik Hall, 22 points, 5 rebounds, and some nasty and ones towards the end of the game that when the game was shifting kind of back and forth, it was kind of back and forth a lot in the first half. Second half, Illinois kind of started out, went on a run. Michigan State battled back, and then Illinois kind of went ahead again. But then that last stretch, Michigan State was able to answer their runs with runs of their own. And Malik Hall, specifically about the last 5 minutes, had 2 huge and ones to really stymie their Illinois run, to really stymie the Illinois run that they were going on, and keep the momentum kind of at bay for both sides. Jaden Akins, no, yes, he only had 10 points, but he also led the team in rebounds with 6, and that's huge. And he was really, but he did struggle with foul trouble a little bit, and also Izzo was a little mad at him after he got a technical foul in the first half, turned around saying something to the Illinois bench. In my opinion, from my view of it, I was sitting kind of behind the Illinois bench, that area. I think this was kind of just payback from earlier in the game. You saw Hawkins say something to the Izzone or the crowd over there. He actually said it over by where like the families sit and the former players, whatnot. But he said something to the crowd over there. He got a technical there. I think that this was kind of just payback for that. But overall, I think but overall, Akins had a solid impact. He hit that big 3 in the first half to kind of give them the lead, back when they kind of made their run towards the end of the first half to take that lead at halftime. Now, Tyson Walker, Izzo said in his postgame show, Tyson didn't have a great game, and he still scored 19 points. But he did have, him and AJ both had a huge steal. Towards the end, he finished with 2 steals, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Just another day at the office for Tyson. Nothing spectacular, but now it was nice to see Jackson Kohler get quite a bit of run. We saw 13 minutes out of Jackson Kohler today. 4 points, 4 rebounds. Yes, he was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, but 2 for 3 from the field. Missed a layup there, and then he missed the layup as well that he could have had for the and one. But I thought he played solid. Cooper had some nice minutes there. He played 22 minutes. He played 22 minutes. 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 1 for 2 from the field, 5 rebounds. He played some decent ball screen defense, but going up against the smaller Hawkins, Hawkins did score on him a couple times in the post. But overall, Maddie, he started out the game decent, but he finished with only 1 rebound and missed 1 shot. But he only played 10 minutes. I think mainly because, like we said going in, it was either going to be, I wanted it to be a Jackson Kohler game, and we did get more looks out of him than we have, pretty much so far this season. So that was good to see. But it wasn't really a Maddie game, in my opinion. They don't play a big center. They had Danger in there for about 7 minutes. And as we said in the preview video for this, Danger is really the only big guy that Illinois plays that, Maddie would really, match up decent with. So this was kind of more of a Jackson and Coop game. And they came out and they played decently. Trey Holloman only played 9 minutes, 4 points. He got 2 quick fouls early, so then he kind of sat the bench for, quite a little bit. He got in towards the end of the first half as well, but then was quickly pulled back out and just never really got into rhythm there. When we look over at the team stats, Michigan State did a better job this time getting more assists in terms compared to their shots, 14 assists. 14 assists, they tied in assists and rebounds. Both teams had 33 rebounds. And this was a close game. The largest lead for both teams was 8. As we said, Illinois went on and had that about 8-point lead in the second half, and then Michigan State had the 8-point lead to end the game, 88-80. And Michigan State, as Tom Izzo said in his post-game show, shot great today. 53% from the field, 63% from 3. The free throw percentage, 73%, is about where your averages are for the year. Would love to see that come up towards 80%, but overall vibes are high after that one. Only 6 turnovers as well, forcing 9 from them. Can not complain at all about that. Let's go over to our friends at Bart Torvik here. As we said, this was one of the last 2 quad 1 opportunities. I believe that this pretty much stamps their ticket into the tournament. They'd have to, lose Michigan, Iowa, or Ohio State, one of the home games. I'd really think besides Purdue, taking out Purdue and Northwestern, they'd really have to lose 2 of those other games for me to be back, worried about actually getting in the tournament. But with this, I think they pretty much locked themselves in. So it seems like the tournament streak, unless something crazy happens the last couple weeks of the season, which, as we know, definitely can happen in college basketball, especially with how good the Big Ten Conference is. Next up is at Penn State on Wednesday. And then you got that school down the road again next Saturday. So overall, an incredible day for Michigan State, putting themselves at 15-9, 7-6 in the conference, squarely in still that mid-tier, about the 6 range right now. But now they're a half a game out from being in that double bye. And as we've been saying, I think that's the goal right now for this team. Get that double bye in the Big Ten tournament and see what you can do from there. See if you can go on a run. But incredible day to be a Michigan State Spartan, as it always is. The Brez was absolutely rocking today. It was incredible in there. But thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Go Green.